Hello YouTube, this is Charlie426, and today we have the review of the MG Gyan. I always had my eye on this kit, and on the expo date I found out that this would be the best timing to get this kit, and that's what I did. First of all, I had some expectations on this kit. It wasn't exactly 100% match on my expectations, however that does not mean it's a bad kit. So let's get on to the review right away actually. So what you get, of course, is the MG Gyan, the mobile suit itself. You get, okay, give me a second. You get its iconic shield with all the grenade launchers and the missile pod, with all the handle that looks pretty similar to the HGUC Revive versions. You get, let's see, you get a decal sheet and a sticker, a dry transfer. You get all these numbers, you get some Xeon symbols. I used a few, which I will point out which ones I actually used. And you get a sticker decal sheet. As you can see, I did not use the mono eye because I really hate it. I don't really like these kind of qualities, so I decided to color it my own with red. I will show you guys how it turned out. And sorry for the lighting because it's currently really dark in Korea. It's currently raining, so my lighting system in my room is not the best option at the moment. Oh, and beyond this, what else you get is these kind of stuff. Sorry for all the yellowness. I really hate this kind of quality. You get a beam saber effect. However, this is actually a tube. You can see that the inside is empty. This is because you actually get two beam saber handles. One is just a normal plastic version. The other being the one that has the gimmicks. I'm terribly sorry, but I do not have the battery because today being a Sunday, most hardware shops near my place are closed, and I highly doubt they even have the right batteries for these. Usually they sell the right batteries in Gundam Base right off the bat, but I forgot to get those. What they give you is they give you this light bulb and these metallic pieces to go inside here. So if you build it properly and put the battery inside and switch it on, the light bulb will be on. And with that tube effect, this yellow tube, once you attach it, you will have a glowing beam saber. So that is a very good gimmick if you ask me. You can also use the tube on this, but yeah, this one actually serves a different purpose, which I will mention later. And you get this effect part, since the main issue of this kit would be the shield, so I'm just going to show you right away. This is like an effect part where you can attach it right onto the shield and make it look like it's firing. That is a very awesome effect part if you ask me. And these parts are also different, a separate piece. Sorry for my language today. I'm not in the best mood at the moment. So that's that. You can pretty much attach it anywhere you want, so up to you. And for some reason you also get 3 of these mines, which honestly I don't have no idea how you're supposed to display these, because these usually float around after coming out from the main shield. So then again, better not than having anything at all. So let's get on to the articulation. The articulation wise is pretty modern if you ask me, except for the main body. The head gave me the most problem in this kit while building it. Because of the head building process, my thumb still hurts. The head articulation is pretty okay for a 1-year worn mobile suit. It can go down that much, it can go up that much, and 360 not really possible unless you force your way through because of how the next section is, designed. You can technically move the mono eye after taking this off. I colored the mono eye in red, as you can see. There's this ball joint section in between these pieces, and you have to push down the mono eye section down as much as possible. However, that thing does not go down too easily, so I had to push really hard, and I'm not even sure if it's in the right position yet. So that's the main problem if you ask me. And if you got in the right position, moving the mono eye left, right, or up and down should be no issue at all. However, because of this clear piece right in front of the mono eye, it makes it kind of difficult to see the mono eye as well. So some people telling me that they actually don't use the clear piece just to see the mono eye, but for me, I think it looks more natural with the clear piece. The main body, nothing too special is going on at the moment. Because the main reason is that, it's a 1-year war mobile suit, so there's not much to tell for articulation. But for some reason, I always thought this section was the cockpit, but however, this is the actual cockpit. This is actually, I panel lined this, so just letting you guys know. You can open the cockpit and you can see Malkuva inside. However, because it's really deep inside, so you don't really see it. For movements on the body, you can twist them about that much. 360 unless you can go 360 technically if there's nothing on the on the side skirts or if you force your way through. So really up to you. No ab crunch for this kit. And let's see. The backpack, the most very simple looking backpack if you ask me. There's nothing too special going on but it looks like it's not fully pushed in, but this is actually fully pushed in. Because this backpack can move like this if you want to do so. Actually, I was wondering, since the Zuda was actually, the Gyan was technically originated from the Zuda, I wonder if they could actually make a Zuda using parts of the inner frame of this kit. Okay, that's that. Now let's look at the arms. The arms are pretty okay for its time. I used one of those symbols, or your rank in the military symbols there. I'm not sure if that's a sergeant or I forgot which position this is. I keep forgetting. The arms can go forward and backward like that. That's pretty good movement if you ask me. And then almost 90 degrees to the side. You have your typical 360 twist and a double jointed bend on the arms. And 360 no problem at all. With your 2.0 hands on your typical ball jointed hands, and can twist the hand left and right, but that's pretty much it. Because of this, you cannot really use the weapon potential of 100%, unlike the HGUC version, the revived version of this kit. So that's that. Let's get the weight section. The weight section, you're supposed to use the 015. I decided to use 426 because I did actually enjoy building this kit, and this is my first Gyan kit to actually receive my 426 symbol. The front skirts are separated at the moment. They come in separated, and they can move about 4 that much. Side skirts don't move that much. Back skirt not at all. The legs do have a side swivel like that, so you can go to the side a little bit because there's a limit to that. And you can go 490 degrees with a double jointed bend as well. And the interesting part is that when you're building the inner frame of this kit, when you're covering the armor section on this part, this single piece is the entire piece, so you slide the entire piece into the inner frame. So I found that pretty interesting if you ask me. And the feet are your typical ball jointed feet. However, you do get like this moving toe gimmick, so that's a pretty interesting gimmick. I believe this would help you on balancing the kit, which I guess it would work. However, the main issue of the kit is not on the kit itself, but rather its equipment. Okay, before I actually get into its equipment, I forgot to mention that you do get some leftover polycaps like this, and then you get this. You get a figurine of Makuve. You get a big one and a small one. They both require using glue on the arms. There's no actually pegs, you can see. I was never a big fan of Makuve. I was a fan of the Gyan, so I really don't care about these kind of stuff. So just letting you guys know. Okay, so I think I'll get rid of the annoying one first. Let's look at the shield. The shield, I used the Xeon symbol and its model numbers, dry transfers. I did not use any sticker decals. The way how this works is that, okay, I wish they could have had like some sort of peg in here and then a hole on the arm so it can have a more secure grip. However, with this current grip, I do not feel like that it's a fully secured one. So the way how this works is that you see the handle and you see this clip section. What you're supposed to do is that you have to slide your way through. Oh, my bad. Slide your way through and then clip on it. And then make the handle look like it's holding onto the handle. This thing does not actually hold anything. It makes it look like that. And yeah, that's not the best connection. As you can see, if you don't control it properly, you're going to make it slip. It's not a really tight connection. You don't even hear a clicking noise or a clip noise, so you're not even sure if it's like properly connected. You just have to hope that it's properly connected. But once it's on for some reason, like that. So it's holding it. If you're not really posing it with the shield, if you're just holding it, this is no problem at all. And you can actually store the additional beam saber onto this peg right over here, if you can see that. There's a peg right over here, so you can only attach the normal one. You cannot attach the one with the light bulb because the light bulb has taken the space for this. But yeah, you can hold it in like that. So with this position, it's pretty much okay, but once you're trying to position it like in front, you can see that it's slightly falling down a little bit. So you have to like position it up or more. Or like the HUC Revive version, or since the HUC Revive pretty much originated from the Master Raid version, you can move the shield up front. You have this gimmick where you can move the shield up front like that. Okay, you know what? Sorry about that, but this is as far as I can do. So yeah, usually the shield would be in this position in the handle. However, what you can do is you can push it up front like that, so you don't need to make your arms of the kid in an awkward position. So that's actually a pretty good gimmick if you ask me. So that's that. And finally, let's look at its beam saber. I'm really terribly sorry. I wish I could show you guys its lightning gimmick, but I really don't have the batteries at the moment. And the batteries that these take in aren't really the common ones. They're kind of the uncommon type, so kind of difficult to get. Since these are the 2.0 hands with the moving thumb, the trigger finger, and the moving 3 other fingers, and there's a peg on the hand, so holding the weapon is no issue at all. This one, I have no issue in terms of holding the beam saber. It's just the shield that gives me the main problem. So once you hold it in, it's pretty much secure. Shake it, it won't fall off. I really wish they could have gave like 2 of these tubes, so it would be nice to holding a dual wielded weapon. But yeah, at this point, that's pretty much it. If you know the Gyan is pretty much known for its close combat type mobile suit and design and its night theme. It doesn't really have like a gun except for the ones in the shield, so I'm not going to recommend this to everybody unless you're a big fan of Xeon or a big fan of the Gyan mobile suit itself. This is a kit for you. I would really recommend this. The only downside of this kit would be the heavy shield. If they were ever to make a 2.0 of the Gyan, I don't care if they don't change it not too much, but they really have to reduce the weight of the shield and the way how it connects to the arm. They need to make it secure. Unless you can modify it yourself, this is a really good kit, and I would pretty much recommend it for those who are a big fan of the Gyan. Anyway, that's pretty much it for my review. So thank you for watching the review. This was the review of the Master Grade Gyan. If you guys got any questions or requests, leave a comment below. If I got anything wrong, leave a comment below as well. I still have more kits to buy and build and make reviews out, so please stay tuned. Until then, see you guys next time!